Andres Bonifacio. Andres Bonifacio was born in year 1863 and died in year 1897. He founded the secret society Katipunan on July 7, 1892 to fight Spain. He was also president of the Tagalog Republic from August 24, 1896 to May 10, 1897. Born in Tondo, Manila, O married Gregoria Dr. Jesus in 1892. He was killed in May 10, 1897, near Mount Buntis, Maragondon, Cavite. Antonio Luna, regarded as one of the fiercest generals of his time, he succeeded Artemio Recorte as Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. He sought to apply his background in military science to the fledgling army. A sharpshooter himself, he organized professional guerrilla soldiers to be known as the Luna Sharpshooters and the Block Guard. His three-sure defense, now known as the Luna Defense Line, gave the American troops a hard campaign in the provinces north of Manila. Felipe Agoncillo, born in 1859 and died in year 1941, outstanding diplomat of the Philippine Revolution, born in Taal, Batangas on May 26, 1859. General Emilio Aguinaldo appointed him as Minister Plenipotentiary to the Peace Conference in Washington and Paris, died on September 29, 1941 at the Manila's Doctors Hospital. Apolinario Mabini. Apolinario Mabini was born in Talaga, Tanawan, Batangas on July 22, 1864. His parents belonged to the impoverished peasantry. He studied at the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in 1881 and at the University of Santo Tomas, where he received the law degree in 1894. During this time, he earned his living by teaching Latin and then serving as copyist in the court of first instance in Manila. Emilio Aguinaldo. Emilio Aguinaldo Efame was a Filipino revolutionary, politician, and military leader who is officially recognized as the first and the youngest president of the Philippines in year 1899 to 1901, and first president of a constitutional republic in Asia. He led Philippine forces first against Spain in the latter part of the Philippine Revolution in the year 1896 to 1898, and then in the Spanish-American War in year 1898. Emilio Jacinto. He was one of the highest-ranking officer in the Philippine Revolution and was one of the highest-ranking officers of the Revolutionary Society or kataas-taasan, kagalang-galangan na katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, or simply and more popularly called Katipunan, being a member of its Supreme Council. He was elected Secretary of State for the Haring Bayang Katagalugan, a revolutionary government established during the outbreak of hostilities. He is popularly known in the Philippine history textbooks as the brains of the Katipunan. Gregoria de Jesus. Gregoria de Jesus was born in 1875 and died in year 1943, one of the brave and patriotic women who played a heroic role in the Philippine Revolution. Born in Caloocan City on May 9, 1875, wife of Andres Bonifacio and the Kambini of the Revolution, aside from being the custodian of the Katipunan documents. She actually fought alongside her husband during the Revolution, aside from being the custodian of the Katipunan documents. She organized the Katipunan's Women Chapter, and she died on March 15, 1943. Gregorio del Pilar. As one of the youngest generals in the Revolutionary Army, he was known for the successful assault in the Spanish barracks in the municipality of Kaumbong, his victory in the first phase battle of Quinquilla, and his last stand at the Battle of Tirad Pass during the Philippine-American War. Because of his youth, he became known as the Boy General. He was also known as a ladies' man and was described by national artists for literature Nick Buchin as the Byron of Bulacan. Leona Florentino. Leona Florentino was a Filipino poet who wrote both in Spanish and Ilocano. She is known as the mother of Philippine women's literature and the bridge from oral to literary tradition. Her poems were dedicated to her fellow Ilocanos and they were exhibited in the Exposition General de Filipinas in Madrid in 1887 and in the International Exposition in Paris in year 1889. Juan Luna. Juan Luna was a Filipino painter, sculptor, and a political activist of the Philippine Revolution during the late 19th century. He became one of the first recognized Filipino artists. Regarded for work done in the manner of the Spanish, Italian, and French academies of his time, Luna painted literary and historical scenes, some with an underscore of political commentary. His allegorical works were inspired with classical ballads and often showed figures in theatrical poses. Marcelo del Pilar. Del Pilar was born and brought up in Bulacan, Bulacan. At an early age, he became a critic of the monastic rule in the country, the Spanish friars. He was suspended at the University of Santo Tomas and jailed in 1869. After he and the parish priest quarreled over exorbitant baptismal fees, in the 1880s he expanded his anti-friar movement from Malolos to Manila. He went to Spain in 1868 after an order of banishment was issued against him. 12 months after his arrival in Barcelona, he succeeded Lopez Haina as editor of the La Solidaridad or Solidarity. Publication of the newspaper stopped in 1895 due to lack of funds. Losing hope in reforms, he planned to lead a revolution against Spain. Melchora Aquino. Melchora Aquino was 84 years old when she became involved with the Philippine Revolution. She largely contributed to the Katipunan and was nicknamed the Mother of Katipunan. Andres Bonifacio, the leader of the Katipunan, consulted her several times for his large decision-making for the organization. The first open act of defiance against Spain was at her eldest son's house during the 1896 Cry of Caloocan. Approximately 1,000 Katipuneros came together to tear their cédulas or community tax certificates given to them by the Spanish. Mariano Ponce. Mariano Ponce was born in 1863 and died in year 1918. He is a researcher, historian, bibliographer, propagandist, diplomat, physician, folklorist, and an outstanding reformist. Born in Baliwag, Bulacan on March 23, 1863. While in Spain, he joined the propaganda movement and became one of the initiators of La Solidaridad, later becoming its managing editor. Died in Hong Kong on May 23, 1980. Rafael Palman. Rafael Palman was born in 1874 and died in year 1939. He is an orator, statesman, scholar, educator, and writer. Born in Tondo, Manila on October 24, 1874. He was involved in the propaganda campaign against the Spaniards. He co-founded with General Antonio Luna the revolutionary newspaper La Independencia. Later, he also founded El Nuevo Dia, Cebu's first daily. Died Manila on May 24, 1939. Dr. Jose P. Rizal. Dr. Jose Protasio Rizal was born in the town of Calamba, Laguna on 19 June 1861, the second son and the seventh among the 11 children of Francisco Mercado and Teodora Alonso. Rizal was a prolific writer and was anti-violence. He rather fight using his pen than his mind. Rizal's two books, Noli Me Tangere or Touch Me Not, which he wrote while he was in Berlin, Germany in 1887, and El Filibusterismo or The Rebel in Ghent, Belgium in 1891, exposed the cruelties of the Spanish friars in the Philippines.
억지로 헤매봐도 결국 정답은 너 도망치고 외줄인 배를 불리고 비겨버린 한 잔의 커피숍 이제 다시 채워들어보자 It's the love shot